Welcome to Stairway to English. This channel helps you practice English listening and reading with simple and clear stories. In today's video, we will talk about focus, what it is, how to build it, why it matters, and how it can change your life. Listen carefully, read along, and improve your English step by step while learning useful life skills. Let's begin. Episode 1. What is focus and why does it matter? Focus is one of the most powerful skills a person can have. When you focus, you give all your attention to one thing. It may be a task, a goal, or even a moment in your life. Many people today struggle with focus. Phones, social media, television, and noise around us take away our attention. Because of this, people often feel stressed, distracted, and unproductive. But the good news is this: focus is not something you are born with or without. It is a skill, and skills can be learned, practiced, and improved. In this first part, we will explore what focus really is, why it is important, and how you can begin to train your mind to focus better in your daily life. Focus means choosing one thing and staying with it for a period of time. Imagine you are reading a book. If you read a page and understand nothing because your mind is thinking about other things, you are not focused. But if you read with full attention and understand the meaning of the words, you are focused. Focus is not only about reading or studying. It is also about listening to a friend, cooking a meal, or even enjoying a walk outside. It is the art of being fully present. When you are present, your brain works better, and you feel calmer and more satisfied with life. Why is focus important? Let us think about a student. A student who studies with focus can finish homework in 1 hour. Another student who is distracted by the phone or TV may take 3 hours to do the same work. The difference is focus. Focus saves time, increases productivity, and reduces stress. When you focus, you do not waste energy on many things at the same time. You use your energy for one clear purpose. This makes your work stronger and your results better. Focus also helps your memory. If you pay attention while learning, you remember more. If you are distracted, your brain does not store the information well. Another reason why focus matters is because it creates discipline. A focused person can control their actions. For example, imagine you are writing an important paper. Your phone buzzes with messages, but you choose to stay with your work instead of checking the phone. This is focus. It is also discipline because you are saying no to distraction. Over time, discipline becomes stronger, and your ability to focus grows. With strong focus, you can achieve goals that may seem impossible at first. But focus is not always easy. In fact, in today's world, it is harder than ever. Our brains like to look for new things. Every time we hear a notification sound, our brain thinks it is something important. We want to check it. This habit makes it difficult to stay with one task. Many people start something, then stop and do something else, and then another thing. At the end of the day, they feel tired but see little progress. This is why we need to train focus, like training a muscle. The more we practice, the stronger it becomes. How can you start improving focus? The first step is awareness. Notice when your mind moves away from the task. Do not be angry with yourself. Just say, "I am distracted now," and gently return to what you were doing. This small act of returning to the task is practice for focus. Over time, it becomes easier to stay longer with one thing. Another method is to remove distractions. If you want to study, put your phone in another room. If you want to read, find a quiet place without noise. The less distraction you have, the easier it will be to focus. You can also set a timer. Tell yourself, "I will work only on this task for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, you can rest for a short break, then you repeat. This method trains the brain to work deeply for short periods. With practice, 20 minutes can become 40 or even 60 minutes. Breathing can also help. When your mind is full of thoughts, take a deep breath and let it out slowly. Do this 3 times. It calms the mind and brings attention back to the present. Simple exercises like this can improve focus more than you think. Another good practice is mindfulness. Mindfulness means paying attention to what you are doing right now. If you are eating, taste the food slowly. If you are walking, feel your steps on the ground. These small habits build your focus in everyday life. In the end, focus is the foundation of success. It doesn't matter if your goal is to learn English, finish school, or start a new career. Without focus, your path will be long and difficult. With focus, every step becomes easier. In this first part, we learn that focus is the art of giving your attention to one thing. It saves time, makes work stronger, builds discipline, and reduces stress. But most importantly, it makes life richer and more meaningful. Improving focus is not a one-day job. It is a journey, and with every small step, your ability to focus will grow. In the next part, we will talk more about simple but powerful habits you can use every day to train your brain and strengthen your focus skill. Episode 2, Daily Habits that Build Strong Focus. In the first part, we talked about what focus is and why it is so important. We learned that focus means giving your attention to one thing and staying with it. We also saw how focus can save time, reduce stress, and help us reach our goals. In this second part, we will go deeper. We will talk about daily habits that can train your mind, make your focus stronger, and bring more peace and success into your life. The truth is that focus is not built in one day. It is something you create step by step, with practice and patience. Small actions done every day can change the way your brain works and help you stay present and productive. One of the first habits that improves focus is planning your day. Many people wake up and start doing things without a clear plan. This makes it easy to lose focus because the brain does not know what the most important task is. A simple habit is to write down 3 important things you want to finish today. Not 10 or 20, just 3. When you limit your goals, your brain knows where to put its energy. Each time you finish one task, you feel successful, and this motivates you to keep going. This simple act of planning can stop you from wasting time and help you stay focused. Another powerful habit is to start your day without distractions. Many people open their phone the moment they wake up. They see news, messages, and social media, and their mind is already full of information before the day even begins. This makes it difficult to focus later. Instead, try to begin your day in a calm way. You can drink a glass of water, stretch your body, or just sit quietly for a few minutes. You can even write in a journal. These small actions tell your brain that you are in control, and it makes it easier to keep focus during the rest of the day. Exercise is also a great way to build focus. When you move your body, your brain receives more oxygen, and this helps you think clearly. Exercise does not have to be hard or long. Even a 15-minute walk outside can make a difference. While walking, you can practice mindfulness by paying attention to your steps, the sound of the birds, or the feeling of fresh air. These simple things train your brain to stay in the moment instead of wandering. People who exercise regularly often say that they can concentrate better and feel more energy throughout the day. Another habit to build focus is creating a space for work or study. If you try to focus in a noisy place with many distractions, it will be very hard. Your brain connects your environment with your actions. If you always watch TV in your room, your brain will think about TV when you sit there with a book. But if you create a special corner only for studying or working, your brain will know, this is the place where I focus. This is why many successful people have clean and simple workspaces. A tidy environment leads to a tidy mind. Food also plays a role in focus. If you eat heavy or unhealthy food, your body uses a lot of energy to digest it, and your brain becomes slow. But if you eat light and healthy food, like fruits, vegetables, and nuts, your brain stays active and sharp. Drinking enough water is also very important. Many times when people feel tired or distracted, it is not because of lack of sleep, but because they are thirsty. Keeping a glass of water near you while working can help your focus stay strong. Sleep is another key habit. A tired brain cannot focus well. Many people think working late into the night will help them achieve more, but the opposite is true. Without enough sleep, your focus becomes weak and you make more mistakes. Try to sleep at the same time every night and wake up at the same time every morning. When your body has a rhythm, your brain can function better and your focus becomes sharper. One more important habit is practicing single tasking. Many people believe that doing many things at once, or multitasking, is good. But the truth is, multitasking makes your focus weaker. Your brain is not designed to handle many things at the same time. Instead, it quickly jumps from one thing to another. This makes you slower and less productive. If you want to improve your focus, practice doing just one thing at a time. For example, if you are eating, only eat. Do not check your phone or watch TV. If you are talking to a friend, only listen. If you are studying, only study. This habit trains your brain to give full attention to one task. Finally, one of the strongest habits for focus is meditation. Meditation does not mean you have to sit in silence for hours. It can be as simple as sitting for 5 minutes, closing your eyes, and paying attention to your breath. Each time your mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. This practice makes your brain stronger at noticing distraction and returning to the present. With time, this skill becomes part of your daily life, and your focus grows naturally. In this second part, we have learned that focus is built with daily habits. Planning your day, starting with calm, exercising, creating a clean space, eating healthy, sleeping well, practicing single tasking, and meditating are simple but powerful ways to train your brain. These habits do not require money or special tools, only practice and consistency. If you follow them, your ability to focus will improve step by step. In the next part, we will look at the deep benefits of focus, not only for work and study, but for relationships, happiness, and health. You will see how focus can transform not just what you do, but who you are. Episode 3: The Powerful Benefits of Focus in Life. Focus is more than just a tool for finishing tasks. It is a way of living that can change every part of your life. When you develop the ability to focus, you do not only work better, but you also enjoy deeper relationships, stronger health, and more happiness. In this part, we will explore the many benefits that come when focus becomes part of your daily life. You will see that focus is not only for students or workers, but for everyone who wants to live with more meaning and peace. One of the most important benefits of focus is success in work and study. A person who can focus is able to finish tasks faster and with higher quality. Imagine 2 workers in the same office. One worker checks emails, looks at social media, and talks to colleagues while trying to finish a report. The other worker sits quietly, puts away the phone, and spends full attention on the report. At the end of the day, the second worker produces better work in less time. This example shows that focus is a powerful tool for professional success. Many employers today value focus even more than other skills because a focused person can be trusted to complete important jobs without constant supervision. Another great benefit of focus is improvement in relationships. In today's world, people often sit together but are not really present. They look at their phones instead of listening to their friends or family. This creates distance and makes relationships weak. But when you focus on the person in front of you, When you listen carefully to their words and when you give your full attention, the relationship grows stronger. People feel respected and valued when they see that you are truly listening. This simple act of focus can create trust, love, and deeper connections with others. Focus also brings emotional benefits. Many people feel anxious because their minds are always jumping from one thing to another. They think about the future, remember the past, and worry about many things at the same time. This creates stress and confusion. But focus brings the mind back to the present moment. When you practice focusing on one task, one breath, or one conversation, you reduce anxiety and feel calmer. Science shows that people who train focus through activities like meditation or mindfulness have lower stress levels and more positive emotions. Focus is like a safe place for your mind, where you can rest from the noise of the world. Health is another area where focus makes a difference. When you eat with focus, you notice the taste of food and eat slowly. This helps your body digest better and prevents overeating. When you exercise with focus, you feel the movements of your body and avoid injury. Even sleep improves with focus because a calm mind is easier to rest. In fact, many health problems today come from stress and lack of attention. By practicing focus, you give your body and mind a chance to recover and stay healthy. Focus also helps with learning and memory. When you focus on new information, your brain creates strong connections. You remember better and for longer. But if you are distracted while learning, your brain does not store the information well. This is why students who study with focus often do better in school, even if they study for fewer hours. Focus is like a magnifying glass for the mind. It takes the light of your attention and makes it strong enough to burn knowledge into your memory. Another surprising benefit of focus is creativity. Some people think creativity means jumping from idea to idea, but true creativity often comes from deep focus. When you stay with one problem or one thought for a long time, your brain makes new connections and finds new solutions. Many great artists, writers, and scientists worked with deep focus for hours every day. Their ability to stay present with their ideas allowed them to create works that changed the world. Focus does not kill creativity, it makes it possible. One more benefit is discipline. When you train your focus, you also train your willpower. Each time you choose to stay with one task instead of checking your phone or wasting time, you become stronger. This discipline spreads to other parts of life. For example, if you learn to focus while studying, it becomes easier to focus on eating healthy, exercising regularly, or saving money. Discipline is like a chain reaction, and focus is the first link. Once you build focus, many good habits follow. Finally, focus brings happiness. It may sound simple, but it is true. When you focus on what you are doing, you enjoy life more. Eating a meal with attention, walking outside with awareness, or talking with a loved one without distraction all bring joy. Many people search for happiness in big things, but often it is found in small moments. Focus allows you to live these moments fully. You stop rushing, you stop worrying, and you simply experience life as it is. This deep presence is the root of real happiness. In this third part, we have seen that focus is not only a skill for work or study, but a key to a better life. It brings success, stronger relationships, calm emotions, better health, stronger memory, more creativity, greater discipline, and true happiness. Focus is like a light that shines on everything you do, making it clearer and more meaningful. In the next part, we will learn how to master focus in the long term and how to use it to transform your future. With the right strategies and mindset, focus can become a lifelong power that guides you to your biggest dreams. Episode 4: How to Master Focus and Transform Your Future. Focus is not something that happens by accident. It is something you choose. something you practice, and something you master with time. In the first three parts, we learned what focus is, how to build daily habits, and the many benefits it can bring to life. Now, in this final part, we will look at how to master focus in the long term and how this skill can transform your future. Mastery means going beyond small steps. It means turning focus into a natural way of living that guides you every day. The first step to mastering focus is to understand your purpose. Focus without purpose is like running without knowing where you are going. You may move quickly, but you will not reach a meaningful place. Ask yourself, what do I want in my life? What are my biggest goals? When you have a clear vision, focus becomes easier because your mind knows what is truly important. A student who wants to become a doctor, for example, finds it easier to focus on studying because the purpose is clear. Purpose gives energy and direction, and focus follows. Another step to build systems, not just rely on willpower. Willpower is like a battery. It can run out if you use it too much. Systems are like automatic habits that keep you focused without needing constant energy. For example, if you always study at the same time and in the same place, your brain learns that this is focus time. Soon, you do not need to force yourself. It becomes natural. Systems can also include planning your week, setting clear priorities, and keeping your environment clean. These simple structures make focus part of your life without constant struggle. Mastering focus also requires learning how to manage distractions for the long term. Distractions will never disappear. Phones will always ring, messages will always arrive, and people will always ask for your attention. But you can control how you respond. One method is to create boundaries. For example, you can decide not to check your phone during the first hour of the morning or the last hour before sleep. You can also use tools like apps that block social media during work time. By creating boundaries, you protect your focus and train your brain to stay with what matters. Another powerful way to master focus is to practice deep work. Deep work means spending long, uninterrupted time on one important task. It is different from normal work, where people are often distracted. Deep work allows your brain to reach a high level of performance. Many great discoveries, books, and inventions were made during times of deep work. To practice this, set aside a block of time each day where you do nothing but focus on one meaningful task. Turn off all distractions and give your full attention. At first, it may be difficult, but over time, your ability to focus deeply will grow stronger. Rest is also an important part of mastering focus. Many people think that working non-stop will make them more successful, but the truth is that the brain needs rest to stay sharp. If you push yourself too hard, focus becomes weaker. That is why breaks, sleep, and free time are not enemies of focus, but friends. When you rest, your brain recovers, and your ability to focus becomes stronger again. Even short breaks during work can refresh the mind and prepare you for more deep concentration. Another step to mastery is patience. Focus grows slowly like a tree. You cannot expect to plant a seed today and have fruit tomorrow. You need to water it every day, protect it, and wait. The same is true for focus. Some days you will feel distracted and weak, but that is part of the process. Each time you return to your task, even after being distracted, you are training your brain. Over months and years, this training builds powerful focus. Patience is the key that turns practice into mastery. When you master focus, your future changes in many ways. You can reach goals that once seemed impossible. A person who can focus can learn a new language, build a successful career, or create art that touches the world. Focus gives you the ability to use your time and energy in the best way. Instead of wasting years on distractions, you move step by step toward your dreams. This creates not only success, but confidence. You begin to trust yourself because you know you have the power to stay with what matters. Focus mastery also brings freedom. Many people today feel controlled by their phones, by stress, or by the noise of life. But when you control your focus, you control your mind. You decide where your attention goes, and that means you decide the quality of your life. A focused person is not a slave to distractions. They are the master of their time, their energy, and their future. This freedom is one of the greatest gifts focus can bring. In the end, mastering focus is about living with intention. It is about choosing what truly matters and giving your attention to it day after day. It is not an easy path, but it is a rewarding one. With focus, you gain success, stronger relationships, peace of mind, health, creativity, and happiness. And when you master it, you transform your future into one of purpose and meaning. The journey of focus is lifelong, but every step brings you closer to the life you dream of. So, start today. Keep practicing, be patient, and let focus guide you to the future you want.